Yo, can I just say Pete, or should I be like super formal and say Peter? Should I say Peter?
No, you should say Sonny.
Yo, okay, yo, we'll just go to Sonny or PS. Now, PS is whack, right? So, yo,
Yeah,
Sonny.
we do Sonny.
Sonny, well, that's because it's sunny California, man, all right? So it works out for you. And we're going to be talking about Virginia, too, because just because you're out in LA and you got all that sunshine doesn't mean that, we forget about those Virginia roots, okay? So we're going to get into that as well.
Exactly.
So,
yeah, we definitely got to tap into that.
Yo, Sonny, I'm super hyped up for this. I don't even call it an interview. I like to call these conversations, chop up sessions. Cyrus, Attack the Culture. Yo, we're excited about this project right here, man. Yo, like what, 48 hours away? Like 36 hours?
Yeah, bro, it's coming,
9
man.
hours?
Yeah,
yo, there's so many. Yo, like I said, it's so crazy, Sonny, because I got so many stickies, I got so many notes. But first things first, yo, we finally got you situated in a comfortable position. Can we just hype up how dope it is that you got the $ on the sun part, man? Because, yo, people don't understand how, like, I want to say it's a currency thing, but like Mace has done it, ASAP Rocky's done it. We're going to talk about your love for currency as well, but just talk about the emphasis and importance of keeping that $ in sun or in sunny.
That was more so like kind of motivation. Like, that's the money coming, you know what I mean? Like, when I put that in there when I was younger, because I originally had it just the SUN, and I was like, all right, like, I just felt like I needed something to spice some shit up. It felt right. I was like, the money on the way, let's put the $ in there, you know what I mean? And just kind of like, you know what I'm saying? It insinuates that I'm rich in spirit, in health, in everything, you feel me? Like, in all aspects.
Yo, exactly. And it's kind of, again, I'm a big currency spitter fan. I want to talk about that in a few moments, but it also kind of just gives that idea of you always got paper because you got a $ in your name, man. So you always got something. Even if you're at your lowest point, you still got the $ in the name. So you always gonna be head above water, right? More or less.
Yeah. It's wealth in all aspects, man. Like, you can be wealthy in money, but you can also be wealthy in spirituality. You can also be wealthy in, you know what I mean, health. There's plenty of ways to be wealthy, man. Healthy, wealthy.
Gotcha. Yo, don't start freestyling on me, man. So, yo, Sonny, man, I gotta just say, I had a blast reading the whole IG post that you did, like, literally a couple hours ago, man. Like, fresh in the morning. I don't even know if you had a chance to, like, get a cup of coffee in, but, yo, you just let loose about how personal this new project is. Of course, man, Phone Calls Gimme Anxiety. Wow, man, the artwork. I've had the pleasure, yo, your team is amazing. They actually gave me the pleasure of listening to the full project. I'm not capping. I literally listened to the project at least 7 times in a row, man. I was just like in my writing grind, and it's meditative, it's hip hop, it's definitely your style. But at the very base, how important is this for you, man, for the world to hear what you've been cooking up?
Man, it's very important, bro. Like, I really like I tweeted today, I was like, and I said in the post, like you said, like I was my most vulnerable with this project. That was very important to me, especially coming off the Scumbaby project, because it's hard when you got like different people in your ear, different people who want to hear different things. Like, and I also love different music. Like, I also love all types of music, whether it be trap. Like, I go into my trap bag, I go into my hip hop bag where I'm barring up. I sing, you know what I mean? So I don't sing, but you know what I mean, nigga. Like, I hold notes, man, you feel me? So with this project, it was very important to me to stay true to just myself and to give people who I am as a person, as a human being, and also who I am as a musician, and what I've been going through in the time of coming off of Scumbaby and going into this new stuff, and where I'm headed, and kind of giving them a glimpse of where I'm going with my life, and how I feel and where I want to be. So I think it's a maturation process. Is a big maturation from Scumbaby into becoming like a man into becoming like a man and handling business and owning up to who I am and where I'm at in life because I put myself there. I'm doing these certain things and this is who I am and this is where I want to be, you know? And I think people will be able to take that with them, especially like a lot of people who are going through the same process of maturing and being a better person and, you know what I mean, getting into healthy habits and healthy routines, doing their thing, you know?
Yo, for sure, man. And you know, I think this is like the true definition of a true EP because I was like the reason I listened to it 7 times on the road was it just wasn't enough. And that's the purpose of the EP, right? Like give them a little bit of that hit so that they want the full meal, right? And like I gotta tell you, Sonny, like listening to it, like I kept on getting to that last track. I was like, yo, I'm gonna just start it over again. Like I just kept on literally going from top to bottom. And like how masterful were you putting these songs on it? Were there some that just didn't make the cut?
Yeah, it was some that didn't make the cut, but the ones that didn't make the cut just kind of didn't make sense in the grand scheme of the story. You know, I've in the past had a hard time of making a project into a full story and really telling my life and really telling my story or what I'm going through. And I wanted this project to be that. You know what I mean? I wanted this project because I don't know. It's times where people be like, "Oh, I don't really understand him. I don't really get the brand yet. Really get, you know, where he's going with it, whatever." And I wanted for people understood. All right, this is what I'm about. These are my influences. Like I feel like you can kind of what type of artist I listen to by listening to me. I feel like you can kind of hear who I am as a person and what I stand for, and that I care about people, that I enjoy, you know, smoking weed, that I like, you know what I mean? Advocate of medical mushrooms. Like you can hear all of that and you can see all of that. And that's what my main goal was. So it was a lot of things that didn't make the cut because it just didn't make sense at the time. But there's still great songs that could definitely be on the album. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But they just didn't.
No, yo, Sonny, no, I didn't mean to chime in right there, but like, yo, we know you were the king of deluxe editions, right? Yo, as much as the Scumbaby drained you, we know that like 12 months later, 2021, we got the deluxe edition, man. So I'm not even concerned about, yo, like some of those bangers that might get tweaked and maybe be added to another version, an extended EP of the EP. But no, man, and what's so dope about this, yo, Sonny, what's so dope about this project is like, you know, Attack the Culture, we cover hip hop, it's all over the place, man. But like, it hits every demographic, man. Like, I can hit up, like you mentioned, my dudes out that are in the trap. You know, they clock in and clock out of the trap. I can hit up Mom Dukes, who's a fan of that jazzy hip hop style that got put onto Mac Miller when he kind of went into that whole jazzy sound too. Like, yo, you bring so many dope elements that I feel that the people who have been messing with you are gonna love you even more. And then the people who are just kind of newbies, they're gonna be like, yo, let me see what Sonny's been all about for these past 2 years, man. Like, it's such a dope intro. And hey, if you've been messing with me, you're gonna love me even more type project, man.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man, for real. And that was the goal, you know, and that was the goal is to just have a little more vulnerability and like the people who really show love to me to really give back to them and like show them that like, you know, like I care and I want y'all to know that I care and I want y'all to know what's going on with me. And this is why, you know, I don't answer your phone calls. This is why I'm kind of like this. You know, like this is kind of like why I'm wired like this and like give them that experience. Yeah. And I think a lot of people can understand that too, though, you know, more people than I expected.
Nah, definitely, man. And you know, of course, yo, we gotta talk about the artwork up above, man, right there. Kind of self-implied, but you want with this particular artwork, you know, kind of gives me a little bit of Action Bronson type vibe. You know, some artists that just love to use artwork to really kind of, you know, get themselves out of the picture and let a story be told. Definitely just kind of give us the background with the whole cover art, man.
Man, well, originally, I had the idea. I was like, all right, so I want to take a picture on the toilet taking a shit. And then I wanted to put it in a peaceful place to kind of give that hypocritish type vibe, you know, like phone calls give me anxiety, you know, but taking the shit is kind of like your peaceful place. Because like you're on the phone, but it's still like around you, just like you're trying to create that peace around you. I thought the cover art was a little soft at first because I was like, damn, when I got it back, I was like, damn, this shit look kind of like, no disrespect, but you know, I
Yeah,
was just, my niggas not gonna fuck with this. You know what I mean? My
yeah,
homies.
yeah.
But at the same time, it's me and it's what I wanted to represent. I wanted to represent finding peace in the chaos that's going on around you. You know what I mean? And that's what my music is like, empowering, uplifting, inspiring music. You know what I mean? To like, it's supposed to make you feel good, but I understand that in the midst of all of this, you know, you get bad news, you get bullshit, you got to go through certain things, but you know, keeping that peace around you is important. So, you know, just that's what the cover art basically represents, is like like going through stuff but keeping the peace, you know, staying in your peaceful zone and staying in your element.
Yo,
And all,
it's completely, Sonny, it's completely on some A24 film type stuff, man. Like, yo, even though you're in the wilderness, like your craziness can go down, man. So no, I completely get it.
yeah.
And I want to point something out to you, man. Whenever I do these conversations, interviews, it's like 90% supposed to be about lifestyle and like 10% about whatever the person's promoting. But I'm talking about this project is such a dope release, man, that like, yo, the whole formula has changed, man. So obviously, this being the first time that we've talked, this just seems like a regular interview. But I just want you to know, man, like this doesn't normally happen, man. So I appreciate you just being able to kind of nerd out on the music side of things for a minute, man.
Yeah, no, for sure, bro. Definitely, man.
Yo, definitely talk about obviously the first official banger off of the project, Metamorphosis, Butterfly, rather. Yo, we got the music video. Is that gonna drop with the actual rollout of the project on Friday, or we're gonna hold on to that for a little bit longer, man? Because I've seen the videos dope.
Yeah. The music video will drop with the project on Friday, so it comes out the same day. Um, well, it comes out midnight, of course, tomorrow, but it comes
Yeah.
out Friday at you know, yeah, in the AM.
You got to geek out about the video, man, because like, yo, we're living in a day and age where like, yo, just the quality, like whether you like, you can't, a lot of times, you know, no disrespect to certain people or whatnot, but you can't tell the difference between an independent artist and like an over budget, you know, mainstream artist based off of videos anymore. Like the quality is so insane, and of course we know you got Red Bull, you know, backing you up and there with the support. But yo, this quality, man, is insane. Definitely just talk about the filming aspect and obviously going the route that you did. We got you rapping in the side mirror. We got you doing push-ups on the hill, man. Like, yo, just talk about the concept.
Nah, I think.
Is that your shorty too?
All
Yo,
right, man,
yeah, go ahead.
no, that's not my girl. That's actually DJ
Okay.
Zoom. She's fired. Like she is a D. Just came off of she had did the versus battle with Anthony Hamilton and I think it was Music Soldier. Yeah, so she's like a dope DJ from Virginia and like, yeah, fire, like amazing person. Yeah, fucking, I mean, the video is crazy that you say that because the video is literally like me and the homie really put that together. We outsourced on a couple things like lighting and we used a different camera for a couple scenes, but majority of the video is just me and the homie Corey. Shout out to Corey. That's the cameraman. He shot it. We got it to an editor. I'm not completely sure what the editor's name is, but he'll be credited.
Okay.
But yeah, I had directed by me, so I came up with the basic plan and idea and where we would shoot it and what we would get. So it was my first time really having my hands on directing a video like that to that extent, you know, where I'm fucking stressed out because I'm like, yo, we need more shots. We need this. We need to figure out this. We need to figure out how to make it make sense. You know what I mean? Like, and luckily we had an editor who came in and kind of made every shot make more sense. But as far as the shot list and shot planning and places we was gonna shoot at and all that shit, that was pretty much me and the fucking dude who was shooting it. So um, it was an amazing experience. Like the whole project I worked on, like from top to bottom, is just me. You know what I mean? Like fucking the cover art. I reached out to the people and found people who would work the best for, what I was trying to portray and what I was trying to show to the world. And it felt good, man, because like I've done that, of course, as an independent artist before I was with Red Bull, but it feels amazing to be able to do some shit like that and to be able to show love to your people the right way and to do right business and to build your business up. Like, it's crazy, bro. Yeah, everything is me. So everything you see, I have my hands on.
Yo, I love them. And more than anything, too, man, if the pandemic taught people anything, is that, like, yo, you can get your hands into everything now, right? Like I said, people got the iPhones out and they got the SLRs at events, like they're doing their own filming. And like, yo, TikTok has made it easy to blow up as well. So there's so many different ways to just kind of, generate a buzz. And Sonny, man, a few more things that I gotta throw at you. I'm a little bit all over the place, but talk about, that transition from VA to the LA scene, man. Obviously, I imagine for the artistic opportunities that were out there. But what was the main motivation, man, to pack up the bags and go out to LA?
Well, the main motivation was just like I got to a point where I felt like I just wanted to be bigger than what I was. Like I wanted to see if I could do something bigger than me. You know what I mean? Especially for my son. I got a son back home, and when I had him, I was doing music, but I wasn't like that serious, like with everything. Like it wasn't like I knew the business and I knew I knew what contracts looked like, and I knew what I wanted, this, that, and the third. It was just more so like, all right, I'm a rap, and if I put something on SoundCloud, it'll blow up, maybe, whatever. You know what I mean? Like that type of mentality. And it got to a point where it got serious for me, where it was like, all right, I don't want to work a job. I don't really want to do anything else but make music. People enjoy it. They like the people who have heard it enjoyed it. Nobody, I hadn't heard nothing negative too much about it. So I was like, all right, like I was at the point where I had kind of become a bigger fish in a smaller pond. Like it was like, all right, I'm doing all these Richmond local shows. I'm doing all this, I'm doing that. Let me see if I could go to LA and make it bigger and see how far I can go. And when I moved to LA, I just slept on couches, slept on floors, that whole story. Like, you know what I'm saying? Slept in my car, whatever, at homies' cribs. And I was just recording that whole time and making music, working with different artists. And then over time, I was putting out songs every Sunday was the thing I was doing. While I was doing that, I was like, all right, I'm gonna just put out songs every Sunday. And one of the songs caught the attention of like Russ, and he had posted. And then after that, I heard from Mind of a Genius, and it was just kind of like, all right, well, they showed love, and, you know what I'm saying? They offered me the right things. They supported me, and they cared about the music, and they didn't want to change me. That was the most important thing for me, was letting me be me and allowing me that artistic output, like that freedom to say what I want to say, do what I want to, be who I want to be, you know what I mean? And put the music into the world that I want to hear. So, yeah.
No, definitely. Let me also ask you something, because, a lot of, I won't say a lot, but I know quite a handful of artists that have done that same thing. One of my guys, C.O.B. Duke, Detroit guy, packed his bags, went out there to LA as well. You've seen this story. I'm always curious, does New York ever seem like a possibility? Because I'm just thinking East Coast, not too far from Richmond, in comparison to LA, or is it just like with the music industry, it's all about LA more than like a New York situation?
No, I don't think it's about that. I think I think there's plenty of artists who go to New York and they get their shit going too, but they have more of that energy with them, of that like East Coast energy with them. And I think that there's a translation difference sometimes between LA, strictly LA music and West Coast music, the way West Coast music sounds. A lot of people on the East Coast don't listen to that. Like, like talking about, and I think that there's a difference in East Coast, like rap, that there are people that actually a lot of pockets in LA that listen to that, like that East Coast like rap barring up, like, but it also doesn't translate to everybody on the West Coast as well. And I think that my music was universal, and I knew that it would translate anywhere I went. But at the same time, New York was a little tougher for me because I had actually moved to New York before I moved to LA. I moved to New York almost a year, probably like 10 months, 11 months. And I was having a hard time even finding a studio to work in. Like people like, you gotta understand the East Coast we not no bitch ass motherfucker. We not trying to just meet anybody, just work with anybody. We not like, if I don't know you, bro, like, it's more than likely not gonna be an open arm situation. Like, and in LA, honestly, not to say they bitch, like not to say nothing bad, like, you know what I'm saying? But it's more love, it's more open arm. Like, it's like, yo, when you come out here, like, I didn't really have a problem meeting producers and meeting artists and meeting people because, I don't know, it's easier to get in the scene, and when you're in the scene, they'll be like, yo, like, let's do something, like, whatever. Some of it's like just whatever, blase blah talk. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But you get that everywhere. But
Sonny. Because I was gonna bring it up. I was gonna say, like, out in LA, because you look at both sides. Right? You say, all right, East Coast is like a little bit rougher, tougher, but if you succeed, goes a longer way. But then in LA, I agree with you, man. I thought you were gonna say because I can smoke weed all day and don't have to worry as much about the cops. But at the end of the day, though, man, with the LA scene, I was wondering, are there too many people that are like fake flexing? Because like I just know, like I've met people out there in LA. You go to their spot, they have the Prada bags, and then it's like, if they live in a shower, right? I'm like, you got all this stuff, right? So it's almost like, did you encounter any of that initially, kind of getting things going up? Some people were promising too much and didn't really deliver, or were you able to avoid some of the shadiness, or is that just everyday life?
Nah, I love LA, bro. I ain't never have a problem because I'm real. You know what I mean? Because I attract the energy that I am. So everywhere I go, like, I meet people who are keeping it real with me because I've already kept it real with them in the first place. So I didn't really encounter too much shadiness. I've seen, like, but you see it everywhere, bro. Like, this is America, really. Like, motherfuckers be with a bunch of jewelry on. Bunch of this. I was doing it too. Like, shit, I go out. I was going out at one point, sleeping on the fucking couch, or going back to the homie's crib, sleeping on the couch. But when I go out, I look like a fucking $1 million. So it's like you know what I mean? So it's like you get everywhere, bro. It's everywhere.
You know what's funny, and I take that back because now, as you mentioned, as I think about it too, I remember like months ago, maybe even close to a year ago, I remember Drake did like this whole thing where he posted the fact that like he was renting out like a Rolls Royce or like some overpriced car for like $4 or $5 grand a month just to flex. It was the fake till you make it. So I guess we all get a little bit caught up in those moments. I'm already Sonny, I'm looking at the time, I'm like, we've already gone 20 plus minutes. So just a few things at you, man, because I want you to get some breakfast before you start getting ready to celebrate, because it's all about celebration, man, with the prizes dropping in a matter of hours. I want to also ask you about, what part of Virginia culture, because this is a type of culture, heavily focused on culture, what part of Virginia culture has made its way with you out there to LA? It could be a saying, it could be a habit, it could be something in between. Any part of you that like super Virginia style that has made its way out to LA and hasn't been influenced or changed?
Oh yeah, I mean, all of Richmond, man, like all the Richmond shit, like the homies, I still tap it with them every other day. You know what I mean? Like, I call on the phone, they tell me they out balling, whatever. You know what I mean? The slang, the attitude, the mentality. You know what I mean? It's like, it's still there. But also, I definitely have learned a lot out here that I also apply to myself you know, just being on top of certain things and being on a certain frequency. I keep both of it with me because it's definitely necessary. You know, I'm a strong believer in not forgetting where you came from and not forgetting the people who looked out for you. So, yeah, I'm about to go back there at the end of the month too. So, you know, it's always with me, man. Like both sides.
Gotcha. And give me like one or two like positive LA influences that kind of like immediately have been applied to your life. I know the first couple times I went out to LA, I got addicted to Pink's hot dogs, and I know it's a tourist hot dog spot. I know I shouldn't be so public there. I feel mad suspect waiting in line for a glizzy. And then also like Susie cakes. And I got addicted to the cakes. But more than anything, I'll tell you this much, man. And I think Red Bull actually has a studio right out there. But Santa Monica, I thought up until I got to LA, I was like, you gotta be in LA. What you find out is LA is super loud and crazy. Santa Monica, Malibu, minus, overpriced Nobu, right? But that Santa Monica lifestyle, that is now when I go on a yearly trip out there. I just camp out in Santa Monica. I dabble a little bit in LA. But just talk about whether what LA influence in a positive way has hit your life.
I mean, just the just the laid back lifestyle for one, and I mean they definitely eat a lot cleaner out here. Like in the South, I don't know about like New York. New York got like they vegan spots and stuff too now, but definitely in the South, in Virginia, man, like it's like you trying to eat them smothered pork chops and you know what I mean, the fried chicken and the collard greens and you're trying to go crazy with that, but out here it's like you don't really see too many spots like that, bro. Niggas be eating like sweet green, what is it, sweet green or something, and like
yeah. And kombucha, fresh juices, yeah.
Jamba juice and all this. So I mean, it's like a different culture for sure, and it put me on to new things that kind of help the body, help the mind. You know what I mean? I still eat my share of everything else, but definitely that lifestyle and working out and just seeing artists work and in a professional setting, because that's one thing that I had never seen in Richmond. We was working out the bedroom, in the basement, in a little fucking with pillows behind the joint to block the sound, and what I mean, like with a sock on to make it a filter, you know what I mean. So I got to see like what artists do on a daily, like their rituals, what they're doing, what they're reading, what they're learning, studying, how they work, how their mind works. I got to really tap into that and see that firsthand, which helped me become a better artist, of course, because I'm learning my workflow and my process and how I should be when I'm working. So that was a big difference in my music career also.
For sure. Sonny, all right, so listen, I'm gonna talk to your team because I need at least like a 45 to an hour type of chop up session, because like I want to know about like fatherhood, video games, what spots don't you eat at, what spots do you spend too much at, all that type of stuff. But obviously, man, there's so much excitement. Like I said, I've been geeking out all morning long, man, having like got to listen to the project multiple times. And I know for the next day and a half, man, I just want you to go ham and getting everyone ready for it, man. So this is gonna go up. I want to say ASAP, but I'm gonna check with your team and find out how soon do they want us to really push the project, man. I want to get this interview going up ASAP. I want to talk about the bucket hats. I want to talk about all that stuff, but we can aim for like a post-release type of follow-up, man. So, Sonny, I can't thank you enough, man, for getting in front of the camera more than anything. I know it was a little bit of a shock.
I had to switch it up. I was like, damn, I had just finished working out and shit. I was like, damn, let me hit some more push-ups. Let me comb my beard out or something. But no, we
good. Listen. Nah, honestly, man, I was just say, congrats on everything. I will let you bounce out of here, man. Like I said, don't get too comfortable. I'm gonna really request a follow-up, man. So as soon as we get some more time, I want you to celebrate, get the project out. I definitely want to do a follow-up when time works out for you, okay?
Yeah, let me know, man. Let me know.